Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today is Thursday. Happy Thursday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. Today is holiday baking. I've got my apron on. I am ready to make some treats today. So I've been trying to do once a week, do some kind of baking, and then I usually take it and put it in the freezer. So I've been making a tray of cookies, which I have on my table right now, that are just has the array of it, just so we can kind of pick and eat. And as the kids want, that's been their fun treats, desserts for the last few weeks, which has been good. So today I was like, what should I make today? And so I've kind of looked through my list. And I'm like, I'd like to do cutout cookies. No, I don't like to make cutout cookies. I do not like to make them, but I will make them. That's probably the least favorite that I enjoy doing. But I do them every year because I feel like, as a mom, I feel like the kids feel gypped if they don't get to do cutout cookies. And I don't know why, because nobody loves them. They'll eat them, but just not like devour, love them. And so we were making our gingerbread houses this week, and I pulled out some gingerbread cookies that I had from the store, and they're like, nobody likes gingerbread. I'm like, not even homemade gingerbread? And they're like, no. And Stephen does, and I do, and Evan does, and that's it. And so I'm like, okay, why am I going to make gingerbread men if nobody eats the gingerbread men? So decided to skip the gingerbread men this year. And then I thought, cutout cookies. I'm like, if I don't make cutout cookies, the kids are going to be like, you didn't make cutout cookies, Mom. We couldn't decorate. And so I'm gonna do cutout cookies today. So I was looking through recipes. Instead of doing cutout cookies, I'm gonna do sugar cookies, which I think, can I do? The recipe is for sugar cookies, and I'm wondering if I could do cutout cookies. I'm gonna try. I might, we'll see. If not, they're gonna be circles, and that's okay. It's one of those things, it's like, what do I actually make? So this will give it, they're sugar cookies. I'll probably sprinkle some sugar on top, but the kids can decorate them with frosting. We have frosting, we have sprinkles, we have all of that, and they can do that. So we're gonna see. We're gonna do that today. We're gonna make some of the cracker candy, the saltine cracker candy. I haven't made that in years. I thought that would be really good to do. And then I think Brooklyn, she's gonna be doing some of her famous shortbread leaves, I call them, dipped in chocolate. This is the part I would never do because she is good with detail. She will form a leaf, cut it out, make the little leaf patterns on it, and would dip them in chocolate. They're delicious. Shortbread cookie, really good. So she said she might do that today, but that'll be her later on. So I figured I'm gonna get myself in the kitchen, get done, so I can clean out, and she can have the whole kitchen to work herself. And then I have to make dinner tonight, so I was looking, and the refrigerated stuff we have to use, so we'll make dinner tonight, and then we're just gonna have a good day today. I'm gonna bring you along. It's gonna be great. So first thing, I got my mixer out. I'm laughing because Maxine, look at poor Maxine. Maxine is over there. You're wanting, her bacon ball is wrapped as a present. It's up on the mantle, and she's like going to the presents today, and she's whining. She's like, because she knows there's a bacon ball in there. Dogs can smell so good. So it's on the mantle. She's over there. And then the extra ones I put in the closet where the dog food is. So she's over there scratching the door. I'm like, poor Maxine. Poor Maxine. She's like, all I want is a bacon ball. And she has a bacon ball. She has 2 of them out, but she wants the new one. So she's like wanting her toy. So she keeps going from place to place, scratching like, give me the bacon ball. No bacon ball just yet. Presents. Christmas, self-restraint, Maxine. She's like, I have none. This is good. So anyways, let's start making cookies. We're going to make sugar cookies. I'm using the recipe from this cookbook, Lovingly Seasons Eats and Treats. This is a Mennonite cookbook from my friend Jean. It is linked below. If you get it, send her a message, put my name in there that you got it from me, because we are good friends, and it's good to see like, yeah, that connection came from you. And so this is where I learned to cook. This is a great cookbook, great cookbook. I can't say enough good about these recipes. Every single one has been a winner. The ones that we have tried have all been winners. So I'm gonna make Mrs. Miller's sugar cookies. Because if this is the Mrs. Miller I think they're talking about, she was a wonderful lady. She owned a bakery, and I got to stay at her house one time, and she's a really good cook. So I'm assuming that that is who Mrs. Miller is in here, because Mrs. Miller is a wonderful, wonderful woman. So I'm gonna put the recipe on the screen, put the ingredients in here, we're gonna mix it up. It's gonna be good. You guys ready? All right, I'm gonna earbud in, listen to a message. Great day. All right, let's get some holiday baking done. So I put my dough in the freezer because I wanted to chill. It says to chill if you want. I'm gonna chill because I feel like if I don't chill, it's going to, like, you know, spread out and be thin. So the next thing I make is Saltine Cracker Delights. This, like, I remember people would bring this to our house for like Christmas parties and stuff, and I thought that was always really delicious. So it says a cup of butter. Do not substitute. So get your good high costing butter. I wonder if you really could substitute. Maybe you can, I don't know. Just don't skip it. Get the good butter. I know this right here is like $1.50. That's okay for the delights. Hopefully everybody eats the delights. I'm sure they will. So I'm going to put this in here. We're going to turn this on in just a minute. We'll melt that. Actually, I can turn it on. Just turn it low, right? We'll turn it really low because I don't want it to start boiling. And it's going to be a cup of brown sugar. Let's just add all that. A cup of brown sugar. You want it to come to a boil. I know it's going to take some time to come to a boil. So I can add this in here. 1 cup of brown sugar. And I have to get my, I was gonna get my silicone spurtle, but I'm afraid to use it in the heat. I don't want to melt it. So you have to line a cookie sheet right here with some foil. I'm gonna spray it real lightly, or a lot. And then it says to line with crackers. So it didn't say how many, but I looked up another recipe online. It said about 40. So I'm gonna see if this will fit 40. Or if I have to get a bigger thing. So let me put 40 down. So my sleeve gave me 39, you need 40. It said in the recipe 30, or did it say in the recipe? I don't think it did. Online it said 35 to 40. It's almost a sleeve, but it probably depends on the company and the sleeve. So this is going to turn up. What you do with this, I'm just reading and pay attention. You are boiling it for 3 minutes and pour it over crackers. Place in oven for about 5 minutes till it bubbles. Then remove it and then pour chocolate chips on top and spread it with a spatula. Cool in refrigerator until hard. It says saltine crackers work, but you can also do Keebler crackers to make a richer cookie. So I have had those ones as well. So we're going to do this, and I've got special dark chocolate chips. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that will be delicious. I probably could use my melting wafers. Probably be really good. Should I put those on top? Because you're just gonna spread it. I feel like I need to like go like this because my cookie sheet is just a little too big. The jelly roll pan. Can I do that without it going over? I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing or not. Just have to be careful when I pour the sugary mixture in here. We're gonna form ourselves a pan. That's gonna work. We'll make it work. So that should be delicious. It's one of those things you make, it's really easy, and it's like, wow, that's really delicious. Let me turn this up now that I'm here. So let this mix up and come to a boil, and then we're gonna pour it on top. Delicious. Yeah, this is coming to a boil. Looking good. We gotta make it for 3 minutes, so make sure you set your timer so it's good. And then I'm gonna pour it on top of the crackers here. So in the oven here, it's 350. We're gonna put this in the oven for about 5 minutes until it gets bubbly. So we're gonna pay attention. I'm gonna put the timer at 3 minutes just to pay attention. When it starts getting bubbly, then you take it out, and I decided to put in this. Like, if I'm gonna make good candy, I might as well use this. So I'm gonna use the dark chocolate Ghirardelli because it's good. So I'm gonna put this in for 5 minutes, take it out, and I'll put this on top and then spread it. It's gonna be delicious. Okay, I'm over here checking my oven, wait for it to boil. It's almost there. So this is good. So how many, I know I've asked, okay, in my last, I ask a lot of treats that you make. Who does, they ask you, who does the sugar cutout cookies? It does not like making them, but does them out of the goodness because your children enjoy doing them. Am I the only mom out there? It's good, it's good, it's different. This is gonna be something, like I said, my kids have not, I don't think I've ever made this, well, years ago I made it, way back. My older kids wouldn't remember it. My newer kids would not remember this. And then I was just kind of looking, I'm like, I need to make something else. Remember I have all that cereal? You know, the cereal the kids won't eat, like the sugar cereal, where I was like, they were like, I have all this healthier cereal. This cereal really healthy, less sugary cereal. And then it's like they wouldn't eat it and they'd only eat sugar. Well, then I bought all this sugar cereal and nobody eats it. So I'm like, okay. So I have like Golden Grahams, I have Cocoa Puffs, And I was thinking, I'm like, what can I make? So I think I'm gonna make a white chocolate, because I have white chocolate, and it might not be our favorite, but like a white chocolate mix where you take white chocolate, and I've got pretzel balls, and I've got peanuts, and I've got some M&Ms. They're colored M&Ms, so I think that's gonna work. I'm gonna mix that up and do a nice little treat mix. I can do that. I'm like, that'll work for something a little bit different. Oh, there it is. Okay, so see how it's bubbling? Can you see it bubbling in there? Let it bubble for just a second. It's bubbling, it's almost bubbling, all of it's just in the middle. Give it another probably 30 seconds, and then the other side would bubble, and then I'm gonna take it out, put my chocolate little wafer things on top of it, and it'll melt and I can spread it. I should just turn the light on instead of open the oven, that would be smart. All right, that's it. There it is. It says to pour on top and spread with a spatula. I'm going to kind of set it on top because they're more like a, you know, a round thing. We're gonna have to carefully, probably, it'd be great if I probably laid them out nice and perfect, but I might have to put it back in the oven to make it melt. Let me see. Spread with a spatula. It says it should melt right away. Let's see. I don't know if these will melt or not, but we're gonna hope so. Let me get my spatula. I don't know if this will do it or not. Yeah, see, they're gonna be a little bit thicker, so I have to let this melt. It's getting there. Can I put them back in the oven for a minute? It doesn't say that, right? Well, still hot, pour chips over and spread with a spatula. Cool in the refrigerator. It's getting there. I guess they'll melt in a minute. Kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay, it'll eventually melt. That's good. Perfect, look at that. Oh, that's gonna be delicious. Crackers, who would have thought? It's that salty mix, right? Okay, it'll eventually melt. Just be patient. Take your time. This is my kind of treat though. One pan, much better than like dipping the cracker individually and, you know, doing things that take way too long. Look at that, perfect. Well, that's gonna be very good. And I think you can put like chopped almonds in here as well. I'm not gonna do any of that. Or some people put like broken crackers, crumbs on top. That's another way, but I think I'll just leave it chocolatey. We will keep it simple. Look at that. That looks great. Okay. Very happy with that. Get to the very edges, cover all the crackers. Perfect. And then you put it in the refrigerator to cool. Right there. Perfect. Okay, let me go check on my cookie. Okay, always do a test run on your cookies, because when you roll out 40 cookies, you don't want to do a ton and have them all turn out bad. So we're going to do a couple here. And I'm going to do these into balls. I guess if I did cutouts, I'm going to have to, did I push them down? I don't think I have to push them down. I think they flatten. Just make 2 little balls. We're going to put these in the oven, 375, because the higher temperature will make them a little bit quicker and then smoke up. So we're gonna just cook those for, I think it's 8 to 10 minutes. Put this back in the freezer while we're waiting. I'd love to do a little cook with me and learn with me at the same time. So this recipe is a sugar cookie, which is more like sugar with sugar on top. I added this in the oven real quick. This one I kind of flattened down, so it's a little bit more flattered. This one I did not, and look, it's puffier. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these right here. Okay, this is my first 2 cookies. Obviously you want to smush them down a little bit. I think that's better than the raw one. The next thing, I just put another one in, but I mixed it. That would be hot. I mixed the next one in. I just put a little bit in the bowl here and put some flour in it, so I could kind of make it and flatten it more, because I'd like them a little bit flatter, because I would like to decorate them with frosting. Obviously the tiny ones are gonna be a lot harder to decorate with frosting, but we're gonna see. We're doing trial and error right now. So I've got my next one in the oven, and it's flatter and going out. So I think that's gonna work. So we're doing trial and error with Amy, and then you guys can figure out what's good for you, because I like, cutout cookies are good, but they're so plain. Like, I like a good tasting cookie. When I was, you know, one of the first cookies I made, and maybe someone has a recipe, it was from like Family Circle. Do you remember Family Circle? I think it was Family Circle magazine. It was the thinner one. I think it was like Women's Day and Family Circle. It was an Easter cookie recipe. It had pancake syrup in it. That recipe I used forever, before I vlogged and before I did my blogging. So I don't have a record of it, and I wish I had that recipe, because from what I remember, it was a good tasting recipe. Now if you type in cutout cookies with syrup recipe, it just doesn't come up like, they're not the same. They're more like vegan ones and healthy ones. I'm like, no, that's not what I want, because it still had sugar and all that in it, but it had pancake syrup in it. So if anybody my age, 46, remembers around that age, the Family Circle magazine. Do you remember that? I think it was Family Circle, I'm pretty sure. But it was an Easter cookie and it cut out, and I remember it because I made it and I'm like, this is really good because it was a flavorful cutout cookies. I don't like the hard, most cutout cookies are like nasty by themselves. So you need the frosting, but this was actually really good and the frosting complemented it very well. So I don't know, maybe someone help me. Thank goodness I have a platform and I can ask my viewers that, so I don't have to live my whole life in wonder. But maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna do a little trial and error here and then I'll let you know what I think. So in the meantime, I'm gonna start making my, I don't know, people call it white trash mix. Basically, it's a throw together mix because I'm trying to use up things I have. So I'm taking my white Ghirardelli chocolate because I got a bunch of those bags for really cheap. You saw how cheap they were. And then put this in here. And then I'm going to get out my bowl, my mixing bowl, and I've got a bunch of different things here. Let me show you what I got. So I pulled out Golden Graham syrup because nobody's eating it. I've got round pretzel balls because they're cute. It's very festive, but it's more fall like Reese's Pieces because these are good. And then I've got peanuts. I never add nuts to this, but my kids do like peanuts, so I'm gonna add peanuts to it. And then I thought I would do these, the little marshmallow butts, because this is good with like a dark chocolate and you make like a s'mores mix, but I'm thinking, hold on, let me put that back in. I know it's not melted yet, I gotta put it in. And then I'm thinking to add the little tiny marshmallows. So I'm gonna see, I'm just mixing the bowl. This is all by eyeballs. Eyeballs, see my eyeballs. Mix it up, see what I can do. I might have to add a few more after the chocolate, if I feel like it's not enough or it's too much or I need to add more stuff. So let me mix this up in the bowl. I feel like I need to do another container. That's very small. Like, that's so tiny. Okay, let me add another. Is that gonna be enough or is that gonna be way too much? I think I only have 2 bags of white. Let me melt this. Okay, I'm looking at my little bit of chocolate and it's a lot smaller, so I'm gonna see, because I only have 2 bags of white chocolate. So I'm gonna take some of this out because there's a little dab of water in there. She's my apron. Because if I don't have enough to cover it, obviously that's gonna be bad. I don't really know. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it and see as we mix it how I have to do this. So I will do this. That way, if I have to do a chocolate, I can do a dark chocolate. I just don't have any more. I just have a little bit of the white. So we're just gonna, be smart. So this came out. I was waiting for it to melt, finish melting. I probably will have enough. Let me get out a big spoon. This will work. Okay, so we're gonna mix this on top of here. This is perfect because it gets hardened as you mix it. That was enough stuff I added. So how much of that I added? I don't know. It's probably a good box. The big box of Golden Grahams, it was about 3/4 of the bag if you get the Walmart version. Good. This is good because it's not as sweet. Like the chocolate one is good, but it's so sweet. So I'm like very happy with this. I like it. This I'll put in a bowl eventually here. So this is good. Okay, here's my cookies. They came out of the oven. So see how they're a little bit flatter? I feel like this is going to be good and they're soft. So this is what I wanted to do. Let me, I don't like cookies when they're warm, but I'll eat one just for you. Okay, after tasting them, they both taste good. I like the bigger cookie where it's like flatter. So I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. This is so good because it's a little bit crispy on the outside, but soft on the inside. And takes me back to my childhood. My grandma would always have a huge container of cookies. So what I am gonna put the sugar on top. Right here, sprinkle it on top, and then what if my kids want to decorate? I don't know if they do or not. We're gonna see. They might not even want to decorate. I might be doing this all just for me. But if they do, then they can still do frosting on top. We can just put frosting. It can be double stacked. That's okay, but this is good. It's good. It's soft. Sometimes cookies are yucky. Very soft. So you can kind of see the sponginess. See that? Spongy cookie, but great flavor. Okay, so I'm gonna mix a little bit more flour in here and pat it out more, make it a flatter cookie. So I'm gonna let the cookies bake there, and I'm gonna put the this mix into a bag. This is really good. This is delicious. Let me put this in Ziploc bags, and I feel like that's gonna be the best way to keep everything fresh and good. So my toffee chocolate, here it is. This is what it looks like. I know it's gonna be delicious. That's good. That's really good. So the difference, dark chocolate obviously is much richer than the white chocolate. So I'm gonna cut this up, I think. I need to get my other knife. This one's kind of tiny. And then put it in a container, I'm thinking. Container or baggie. I feel like containers would be better. Let me see, but a baggie would be closed. Hold on, let me look and see what I have. I was debating how to cut this. I'm like, do I cut it perfect squares? I'm gonna try to cut as best I can with the flow of the cracker, and then I think I'll just put it in this container. So this one I didn't cut it perfectly, but that's okay because the crumbly is better. I looked up another recipe. I was looking, I typed in saltine cracker delights, but there's saltine cracker toffee. That's what it is, toffee. Delicious. This is another really good thing. Delicious, delicious. Make some of these. They're so simple to make. Okay, I've got some cookies coming out. I'm gonna get some more here. My baking and treat making is done. I've got cookies, the toffee, and the saltine cracker toffee, and the snack mix. I'm like, that's good, 3 treats. That's a really good thing. So what I'm gonna do now, because I'm always gonna continue on more of my vlog to give you a little bit more of my day, because I always feel like I haven't shared everything I need to share today. So I'm gonna make some dinner tonight. So I just have the girls here today, and they will all eat these lettuce wraps. So I'm going to make some, like I'm thinking they're like P.F. Chang lettuce wraps. We were making, we had lettuce the other day. Maddie's like, we need to have some lettuce wraps. So I think that is going to be a good thing to have. So I've got my ground chicken. I had a ton of ground chicken in the freezer, remember that? So this is all cooked up here. So what I'm going to do is, I've got some onions left over from our hot dog because I'm gathering fragments on a Thursday. I'm going to put this in there as well. And then I've got chestnuts. So I'm going to cut these up and put those in there with garlic and then a whole little mixture. So let me just chop up my chestnuts. Water chestnuts, not real like nut chestnuts. Okay, my chicken is all cooked. So what I'm going to do is add onions to it. It's a whole onion. I'm not going to add a whole onion because I'm not going to chop a whole onion. There was just like a quarter of an onion. And then I've got water chestnuts. And then we're going to add some garlic to it. We're going to add some garlic. I like garlic. What I'm going to add to mine here, it's got hoisin sauce in it. I don't have hoisin sauce, so I'm going to add, I just had to Google what's an alternative to hoisin sauce. So I have tamarind, so I'm going to add a little bit of that in there. I'm going to wipe that off. Tamarind is messy in the container. Don't mind that. I will wipe that. And then it is soy sauce. It's about 2 tablespoons of soy. And then I am going to add rice wine vinegar. It's about a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. And it's fresh ginger, which, you know, don't have fresh ginger. I used to have the squeezy stuff, so we're going to use powdered ginger because that works. It's the same thing, just ground up. And then I'm going to add sesame seed oil because we like the way that tastes in there. And let me just stir this up and see what we got going on here. Let's see what kind of mixture we got. We can add salt and pepper too. A little bit more salt. Stir this up. This is going to be, it's hoisin sauce is what you add, so it's a little bit sweeter and thicker, but the tamarind will make it a little bit more sour, but it's good. Just stir, let those flavors incorporate and try. Now this, we just use the lettuce leaves, what is it, romaine lettuce, because that's what I have, but butter lettuce would be better. It's more like a wrap. It's a real one, but this is going to work for us. So this is delicious. You put green onions in there. I don't have any of those, so that's going to work. So this is delicious. We'll have this, and we have the, is it May Ploy chili sauce? The sweet chili sauce. So that already has the sweetness in it. This I might have, if I was going to do a plain, I probably would add some honey to it. Let me get a lid. But since I'm not going to, I don't need to eat it plain. We'll serve it with the sweet chili sauce, and that's already got enough sugar, sweetener in it, so that will be fine. So this will let cool. This is going to be dinner tonight, easy. And then what I'm going to do, let me come over here. Okay, something else, oh, gotta get a battery. Something else that I'm gonna make for probably more like lunch, grabbing, eating, is some steak fries. We made a lot of those baked potatoes. Let me go back. Made a ton of baked potatoes. Like I have 3, 6, I have 11 left over. They're tiny. I mean, they're like a little tiny ones, but I'm like, what am I gonna do with all these potatoes? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a quick oven fry in my air fryer with them using Old Bay seasoning. Delicious, delicious. So I'm going to take these, they're already cooked, cut them up into wedges, toss them with a little bit of olive oil and Old Bay, put them in my air fryer, and they'll get crispy, and then we can have those just to munch on, to have with lunch, have them with the lettuce wraps. It's going to be easy today. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, what am I going to do with these potatoes? Nobody wants potatoes. Potatoes, they don't like potatoes. It's going to be good, so let me just cut them up. Since it's early still, those fries tasted really good. I'm like, I'm gonna eat those for breakfast today because I feel like that would be really good. So I'm gonna cook a couple eggs. I just put some olive oil over here. And this is my crepe pan because my other one is over there, and I'm like, I could just use this one. So I'm gonna cook this in my crepe pan. It works. I'm just gonna fry up 2 eggs with some everything bagel seasoning, I think, and I think that's good. Actually, you know what? I got a piece of bacon too. Little tiny piece of bacon. I'm all about gathering my fragments. So right now I'm like, okay, my dishwasher was very empty, but I do want to run it. So I took out the bacon. What I have left in here is lentils. I've got a veggie tray, and I've got some salad. I gotta eat this up. I gotta put this out. So tonight we make this, and then I think that's it. Leftovers. I have the taco meat still, the chili meat, and some coleslaw, which I probably won't eat. The chili meat, I can make that into basically chili, or I even looked up doing a taco pie because I have puff pastry, and I might do that tomorrow. We'll see. We're gonna see how it goes, but I'm just gonna cook this. This is easy. Cook it for our breakfast. Easy way to gather fragments. Can I use my spurtle, my silicone spurtle? Let's see how well this flips eggs. Actually, it's not going to because it's not gonna get under it. I just gotta get the other one out. That's okay. use a regular flipper. See, it's just a little bit too big, but I will use this. Okay, this is what I ended up with treats. Got the sugar cookies right here, delicious. The little toffee bites right here, these are really good. And 2 bags of snack mix. How yummy! So I'm waiting for my potato fries to finish, so I'm gonna go over here on the table, I'll bring you. You know, we've been working on puzzle. I haven't been working on puzzle, but mostly Jade and mostly Autumn put this puzzle together. This is one from Grandma Sandy right here. It's upside down, but I came out today and there was one piece missing. Oh, look at Mr. Stinkbug is here. There's one piece missing. I'm like, no. So I found it under the couch. So put that in. I'm like, yay. So what I'm going to do is I've got this glue. I got at the dollar store. Let me see what it says to do. I should put it on something so it doesn't get on the table. Let me get my freezer paper. I'll put it underneath so I can glue this. Foam brush would work better, but I have a used paintbrush. It'll work. It says brush that glue on. I usually get Mod Podge for this, so I'm going to see how this works. Maybe it'll work the same. I don't know. It was only $1, so we'll just have to see. And then we usually just do the front, but I'm going to do the back too because we're hanging ours in our hallway, so that on the stairs, because that's going to be our puzzle shrine. We said. Okay, so I'm glad I got more. I think I got 3 containers. Did I get 3? I think it was 3. So one is going to do the front. Mod Podge, I'm just thinking, I feel like Mod Podge spreads really thin, but we'll see. I pour that whole thing on here. I'm hoping that it doesn't leave like, that it soaks in, doesn't seem I'm like looking at like, is there any bigger spots? But I think we're good. This is a big puzzle too. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll turn my fan on. I'm going to flip it over and do the back because we're hanging them on the wall. So we're taking, this is just something we've done since we came back from Michigan. Something we've been doing since we came back from Michigan, and just like, you can't see anything. Hold on. A little better. There you go. Still like I'm in a dark spot right there. Let me get you here. There we go. Focus that. You know why? It's focusing on the window. There we go. So just something we've been doing is doing puzzles and having something. I feel like that's going to be a great, just a good thing to have. Just something we can go and put together. So I'm learning these tiny piece puzzles I cannot do. Oh my goodness. These ones, like this one, we had one, the Christmas one, I could not get that together. I'm like, oh my goodness, we canceled that one and started doing this one over here from Grandma Sandy much better. I'm thinking I should start out like at a smaller puzzle and work my way up, you know, just for me. So, but what I'm going to do is put this one, we hung this one in the hallway. For this big giant thing, so I don't mind using it to get glue on it. This has already been glued on the front, so I'm gonna, that's okay, Maxine, I'm gonna flip it over and glue the back because we hung it up in the hallway. One second. I think it'll see through if the top is glued, but you never know. So when we hung it up in the hallway, what happened was it like bended when it started to fall down. So I was like, So I'm wondering, I don't know if we have to put them in. Hold on, come down here. I don't know if we have to put them on a frame. I don't want to have to do that, but I will. Okay, good. So I do have 2 more. I took this out so we remember to have this and these. So back to my talking. So I don't know if we have to put them in a frame to hang them, or can we just do it and put like a, oh gosh, oh no, this is already dripping. This is already open, hold on. It's already spilled in there, I'm gonna have to clean that up. So I don't know if we're gonna have to, back to my talking, if we're gonna have to put in a frame before we hang it up, I don't know. maybe you puzzle people who know, can you just hang it up with like push pins? Does that work? I don't know if you can or not. So I'm going to pour this in here and then just brush it. So I'll see if this stuff works better. The front of this one is Mod Podge. Let's see if this goes. I'm just thinking if it's stiffer and firmer, it's going to be a little bit better. So this works. Just spread that glue on. And then can you just use regular Elmer's glue, or does it have to be puzzle glue? I always thought just Mod Podge, but I'm like, do you really need Mod Podge? Because that's a little bit more expensive. I don't know. So whoever does puzzles, let me know how, can you just use, like I said, regular glue, because it's like $1, or does it have to be this stuff? Perfect. Let's just spread this on. So I'm gonna wait for my glue to dry. We have a lot of gingerbread houses back here on the counter. I'm like, that takes up a lot of space. That's okay. I'm leaving out the mixer because Brooklyn will probably do her thing. So I got my fries out right here. Delicious. They're cooked. I mean, they're not overcooked, but they're cooked. They're definitely cooked, not like raw. So that's good. So not bad. The Old Bay seasoning. Get yourself some. So you want to know what was on the rest of my Thursday list today? Finished puzzle, which we did. Glue both of them. So I'm going to glue these. It's going to take a little while to dry. And then I have to do some thumbnails today. That's not my favorite job of life is thumbnails, but thumbnails. And then I have to go get my laptop and go upload today because we don't have internet here. Very good internet here, and I could never do this having the internet we have. So I'm going to have to get my video done so I can do that. And I did have hang lights, which you don't know much about, but we are doing a project, and so I wanted to hang up the lights. It's raining right now. Pretty sure it's supposed to end today. So the weather it's been very different. I mean, it's been different all year. Isn't everybody having different weather? So it's been like nonstop rain. I haven't cleaned my car. It's like so gross, so disgusting, and I need to do it. Let me look here. Yeah, it's supposed to be done by, oh, it's finished. It looks like it's raining now, but maybe it's just rainy out. So it's foggy right now. By the afternoon, I guess it's getting sunny. Tomorrow's gonna be sunny. So tomorrow I will be doing Gather Your Fragment Fridays, but I'm probably gonna be filming Friday and Saturday because we have a birthday, Jensen's birthday, and we are doing a ramen Asian, and I'm gonna do curry in there, so would that be Indian? Dinner in Chinese, because we're having egg rolls, or maybe Asian would be egg rolls, I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna have a slew of food, and so I'll film for the weekend and then put it together for you. So you'll still get a food video, but just multiple days. It's gonna work a little bit better for me, but that will be tomorrow. So tomorrow is also showing sunshine. I haven't seen one of these sunshines in a long time, so the car needs to be clean. It is so dirty. Like really bad. I'm like, oh my goodness. So, but I was gonna do it Tuesday, but it was freezing, and I'm like, pointless because it's gonna rain Wednesday and a little bit Thursday. So I'm thinking I'll wait till Friday when it's nice out. So I'll bring you along. We'll go film that day, and then the rest of the week shows sunshine. We're not seeing any rain except like on a couple days before Christmas. We're seeing rain and snow, which would be kids for the happiness, but not for me. Christmas Day is like 26 degrees. I'm like, it's gonna be a cold Christmas, 26 degrees and 15. Yikes. Anyways, so I'm thinking that I might do that. So I might hang lights, which you won't know that about, but I might get out today and do that. It just depends on how wet and rainy it is. I might wait till tomorrow or the weekend. I'm gonna see. So my Thursday is pretty much finished what I have to do, which is early. It's still only breakfast time. So this will ensure that I can edit today's video and get it done, because I have to take Jaden to work here in a little bit, get the chores in the household done, and then have a whole day still. Food's done. I don't have to worry about any dinner, which is really good. And then it's good. It's good to get done early. Like for me, get done early because it's been a busier, longer week. So we're good. So I'm gonna sit and eat my breakfast here because this is delicious before it gets cold, and then I'll see where we're at. Okay, can you see Maxine over there? She's like, I'm just hanging on my blanket because that's where I'm at, Mom. So good. So what I've been doing, I edited most of today's video, so I've got it done. I want to make sure there's enough. I'm sure there's enough footage. I'm like, okay, I'm finished. And so I'm like, you know what? Instead of filming more of my day today, I'm not going to, because I want to be done. I need to get done so I can upload, because that takes time, and that means I'm without a laptop during that time. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm just gonna close today's video. What else am I gonna do? I have laundry, so I'm gonna go flip my towels to the dryer. Probably not hang them outside because it's kind of wet. And then we're gonna do our household chores, get those taken care of, have all that food for lunch. There's plenty of stuff in there. And then we have church tonight. So I'm gonna take Jaden to work too. Jaden to work, then church tonight. So we have that. They have their little Christmas party at church. Kids will have fun at that. So it's it. I'm done. The boys come back tonight too, and just been a good day. It's a good day. I'm like finished. I enjoy being done early, so I don't have to worry about doing anything the rest of the day. And then also Chris, my slippers. Guess what I had on all day? my slipper socks. So thank you for these. They're amazing. I was talking to another one of my children that enjoys barefoot, and I'm like, oh, I think you would like the barefoot slippers because they're amazing. They're not called barefoot slippers, but they're almost, they feel like you're just, they have the rubber stuff on the bottom. So, but it feels like you're like barefoot. So I'm like, wow, it's a game changer. It's like life, like the velour activewear suit I wore yesterday. It was funny. We were in the store. Did I film that or no? Steven's like, Mom, are you wearing your pajamas? So I'm like, no, I'm not wearing my pajamas. I'm just discovering comfort for the first time in my life. So, or is it wrong? Can you not wear your tracksuit out? It's called a tracksuit. It's not a tracksuit. Activewear suit. Can you not wear those out? I don't know. I feel like it's comfy. So it's like the slippers, like the sock slippers. They're so comfy. You just never know. There's a whole world of things out there. So thank goodness for YouTube. And I don't watch a ton, so I don't really know what's going on. Even though I do YouTube, I don't watch a ton of YouTube. I don't really do a lot. I do watch other vlogs and stuff, but just not all the time. I just don't have time. I don't have time to do that. So when I lay down and sit and watch a video, it's mostly like a sermon I'm catching up on, or just a quick message or something that I'm catching up on. That's mostly learning. That's what I like to do. So, but I will catch up. I do sometimes flip over and watch other people's vlogs if I can, if it works out in my life, but it doesn't always. So, all right, that's it. I'm going to be finished. Is that okay? I can be done. I can be done. I'm going to go finish it, get this off here, and export my video so I can be finished. So you have a fantastic, I'm talking fantastic rest of your day. What is today? It is actually December 22nd for you, right? So we're 2 days before Christmas Eve, but not for me. Me, it's only the 15th. But for you, you get the 22nd, so you're almost to Christmas. Maybe you need a quick cookie. Make the saltine cracker one. That's good. The mix was really good too. Sugar cookies are delicious. I mean, but if you don't want to do cookies, because I get it, I don't like making cookies. I don't mind doing cookies. I just know it's a lot of work. But do the saltine crackers. It'll look like you did a ton of work in. It's really simple. But even better is the snack mix, because just throw it together. That's even better. And the sugar nuts, remember the sugar nuts I made a couple weeks ago? That was really, really good too. The almonds were really good on the stove. So just ideas. I don't know, something to throw together, make chocolate chip cookies, whatever. Caramel corn is really good. I think I have recipes on here for caramel corn and for peanut brittle. We used to make that too. I didn't do any of that this year. So it's okay. It's like, how much junk food do you need? I mean, I've only got a little bit eating it, so it's like I'm trying to like scale back on it. And then this weekend I'm gonna have to get cupcakes, so we're gonna have a ton of cupcakes. So I'm like, okay, I just gotta scale way back on it, but it's okay. It's okay. You're doing what you can do. So you have a fantastic, I'm talking fantastic rest of your day. Remember that God has designed you. He has created you. No, he's selected. I messed my own thing up. He has, sorry, I'm totally throwing myself off. Designed, created, and selected you to do great, wonderful things. He has. And I have this sign up on my wall over here, and I have it in the beginning of my video, and I love it. It says, let me read it to you. I'll read it to you as I'm seeing it. It says, I am a child of the King who is not moved by the world, for my God is with me and goes before me. I do not fear, because I am his. You got to remember that when you're going through your daily battles and things in your life. You might think that enemy's coming against you and he's so huge. Guess what? He's not. Your God is bigger. Your God is bigger than those tiny little problems in your life, and he goes with you. He goes before you, and he's leading the pathway before. They're around you. Oh, they're around you. They are around. They speak to you. They say things. They're there. They try to get you. But remember, God goes with you and before you. You're not supposed to fear, because you are his. Remember that. That's my little, I got it right here. I stare at it every day. Also, before I even knew they had signs, because I walked into the Billy Graham Center and they had that sign there, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's what I put on my vlog videos. Every single video. I made it last year, and I think it was on New Year's I made my new intro for my video, and I was like, wow, and I've never seen that anywhere before. So I'm like, I need to have that. So I get to stare at it every day and to be reminded, you know what, I am his. You are his. Remember that. So, all right, have a beautiful rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, come back tomorrow. We got some food and birthday celebration. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.